I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and thank you for tuning in. There's a couple things I want to show you in this video, but let's start with this hilarious thing that I saw over on Reddit. In the post titled, "Found on the English Wikipedia page for Your Name, Kimi no Nawa," the Japanese film. They really do have to problematize and subvert everything, don't they? Because an animated love story between two high school students that incorporates Japanese folklore alongside the trauma of natural disasters is obviously fascism, right guys? And showing a screenshot from the Wikipedia page for Your Name, as mentioned. The screenshot reading, in a 2025 scholarly article devoted to the film, historian of modern Japan, Andrea Germer, criticizes it for attempting to answer to the crisis of the triple disaster of 2011 with this quote reading, "With the melodramatic return to romantic and hierarchical gender formation, sexist imagery, and fascist moments of cultural essentialism that reify nativist and normative ideas about gender, nation, and culture." And last night when I saw that post, I went over to the Wikipedia page to take a look for myself to be sure that's really there. It's so crazy sounding. I'm like, this isn't bait, right? And sure enough, it was there. But get this. Now that I'm recording this the next day, it's gone. Looks like someone actually edited that out of Wikipedia saying, "Removed unnecessary schizophrenia." But it looks like there's actually a little bit of a battle going on with this whole thing currently. It seems like that section was initially added on February 13th, 2025, then getting removed on April 13th with the reasoning, "No reasoning is given for the relevance of the source with regard to the overall wider critical response to the film, especially in Japan. If needed, the German article may be appended in its own further reading section." However, someone else undid that revision, saying, "The reason for its inclusion is that it's WP scholarship about the movie. Feel free to cite other academic pieces that discuss the film if you find it." Ultimately leading back to the one that we read earlier, the removal reading, "Removed unnecessary schizophrenia." And actually at the very bottom, on April 12th, it looks like this section may have also been getting removed and added once again, but without the discourse. However, the remnants are still there, so to speak, because scrolling further down on the article for Your Name on Wikipedia, we can see the section Bibliography. And this is still there, saying, "Germer Andrea, 2025. Queer Carnival, Gender and Fascist Moments in Shinkai Makoto's Kimi no Nawa, Your Name, 2016. But who even is this Andrea Germer person? Well, taking a look on Google, says higher education teacher if this is the same one. And an overview saying, "Andrea Germer is a professor of Japanese studies at Heinrich Heine University, Dusseldorf. She has published on women's history and movements, gender and animation, visual propaganda, and fascism, including the co-edited volumes Gender, Nation, and State in Modern Japan and Gendering Fascism, forthcoming 2025. Oh, it's great. Wonderful work right there. There's also this that I found over on online.ucpress.edu. "Queer Carnival, Gender and Fascist Moments in Shinkai Makoto's Kimi no Nawa, Your Name, 2016. Andrea Germer. In Japanese animation, queer characters and plots are sometimes centrally presented, and they seem to destabilize and challenge heteronormative identity categories. However, in Shinkai Makoto's Sekai animation, Your Name, the queering of bodies..." What? These people come up with the lamest sounding things all the time, like consistently the lamest sounding stuff. Time and place is carnivalized, i.e. made non-threatening through comedy, with with imaginaries, I can't believe this is real, with imaginaries of a world turned upside down, catastrophe, and non-linear time. The film references the crisis of the triple disaster of 2011. It answers such crisis with a melodramatic return to romantic and hierarchical gender formation, sexist imagery, and fascist moments of cultural essentialism that reify nativist and normative ideas about gender, nation, and culture." You want to talk about comedy? The comedy is that people like Andrea Germer unironically think like this. Like, this is just complete brain rot. Can't even enjoy a great film without, this is problematic. This has to be fascism, right? This is so heteronormative. Reminds me of back in February when Chibi Reviews made this tweet, responding to Crunchyroll, who said, "Drop the best anime quote of all time." Chibi says, "When this gets animated." You got Frieren saying, "The more you desire coexistence, the more people die by your hands." Then this Twitter user responds, gets 9,000 likes, saying, "I'm told this is not fascism." One of the top responses reading, "Beings that are literally born of a malevolent evil miasma. They live to kill humans. They have no other purpose. I don't know if you're really so stupid that you can't understand something so simple, or if it's just to get likes and feel better about yourself, and I don't know which is more pathetic." The OP of the tweet calling Freerun fascist, saying, "Want to be super clear, I'm half trolling. though the character of Frieren herself does push fascist beliefs while also acting like the enemy she hates. And I love this anime. However, someone else in the comments linked to this image, which apparently shows that OP saying Frieren is fascist before, where they're like, wow, why is Frieren so good? Welp, I got to the fascism. Are you talking about her stance on demons? Yeah, just got to the demon episode. In Frieren's world, demons are literally completely evil beings devoid of empathy. How the frick is her stance on killing them before they kill everyone else fascist? There's no misunderstanding, no propaganda. They're literally apex predators. I understand, but this has historically been a workaround for a lot of racism in fantasy. Alright guys, let me know what you think about all that stuff, and we've got one more thing to take a look at in this video, because I got a very interesting tag on Twitter from someone. Always appreciate the tags, guys. Thank you for those. And this is what the tweet said. At HeroHey, I apologize for bothering you. Well, first of all, it's no bother. Continuing. However, you should see international feminist organizations jointly launched a campaign to ban ecchi anime from mainstream streaming platforms. The movement named No More Fan Service. Wow, that's original. And so we've got an article from Otaku Cart. But here's the thing. I think this is like AI generated or something, because the author somehow made like 50 articles all on April 13th. How do you even do that? That's crazy. And this article itself has like no citations. There's like no evidence of any of this being a thing. And they also provide alleged quotes from people on Twitter who are talking about this. And I look up those quotes on Twitter and I can't find any account that actually said that. Now that could mean that the account that said it ended up getting banned or deleted their account or something. But all of this is looking quite suspicious. Oh, and of course I also looked for like any other coverage about this alleged thing happening. And I couldn't find anything about this at all. Interestingly enough, it looks like Packer Girl over on Twitter also pointed out that the story is apparently fake news. In response to Pirate Nation, who had said, feminist groups call for total ban on ecchi. It's not art, it's just softcore. Activists pressure streaming services to remove fan service, focused anime. It just makes me wonder, like, what even happened there? Like, is it really some person just writing up fake stuff like 50 articles a day? Or is it AI? I think like the AI thing's more likely probably, don't you guys think? Bizarre AI slop stuff aside, there has been plenty of times where feminists were complaining about anime. For example, this article was saying, fan service in anime from the American feminist perspective. I can't be the only one tired of the gratuitous fan service in anime. Even the shows with good plot unnecessarily showcase objectified women. For instance, Bleach started as a PG-13 shonen series focused on one teenager's struggle to protect his friends and the powers he develops along the way. It's great stuff, and I always really liked it, despite the eventual change in female character design. Only Rukia, arguably the leading woman of the show, has semi-realistic proportion sizes, excluding her giant anime eyes, of course. First of all, Kubo's designs are peak. Get out of here. Second of all, Rukia deserves way better than being used for this nonsensical article. Additionally, like, you can argue this feminist is actually making a pretty bigoted remark towards women. Like, saying that Rukia is the only one with semi-realistic proportions when she's just flat. So anything above flat is just not realistic. Like, what are you trying to say about women? But yeah, let me know what you think about that stuff, and let me know what you think about what's unfolding currently with that Andrea Germer person trying to accuse Your Name of being fascist and those Wikipedia edits and stuff too. As always, hope you enjoyed the coverage. If you did, please consider liking and or subscribing. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.